This trunk is old, like proper old. I don't know how many generations it goes back, but it's at least 3. Its most recent and humblest career was to sit on a back porch and store newspapers, if I remember correctly. It's too sweet to be left like this, and it's not mine. My sister-in-law has asked me to restore it so it could be used as blanket storage. We're both using the term restore very loosely. I just have to make it presentable enough so my brother allows it to be brought into the house. The transformation on this is going to be extreme. You're gonna have to see it. The best part is I've been given free rein on this project. I'm Anna, and I have to first start by vacuuming this. CLR. The exterior of the trunk is hammered tin. Well, more like rusted tin at this point, and the R in CLR is for rust. So I gave the outside of the trunk a deep scrubbing. I'm not showing you the towel to say the trunk is dirty, but to show how much rust is actually coming off. This is the difference that just cleaning is making. Details are starting to pop already. Check out the 2 sides. Look how different the 2 sides already look. For the nooks and crannies that were just a little too difficult to get to, I used this Ryobi Power Scrubber. I wish it had more speeds than just 1, but it was pretty helpful. Originally, this trunk would have been lined with paper, and some sections still are. The bottom, though, is mostly ripped and damaged. But this image on the lid is original, and I want to preserve it. Once the inside was well wet, I scraped off any remaining paper with a paint scraper. This is a rather handy tool for so many different projects. After another vacuuming, it was time for Mr. Clean and me to get to work. I washed, rewashed, and then washed some more with Mr. Clean. Due to the age of the trunk and it always being closed, it did smell a bit musty. I picked Mr. Clean because I thought it could help a bit with that musty smell. It would be really handy if Mr. Clean could actually do the cleaning himself. Once the trunk was cleaned inside and out, I knew I had to sand not only the wood strapping, but all the tin too. I decided to hand sand because I felt the trunk was a bit delicate due to its age and wear. That didn't last long. She's deceptively tough. She'll wear out my power sanders long before they wear her out. Check out the orange rust dust lift off when I vacuum. After completely sanding the exterior, I also sanded the interior. This is how the trunk looks cleaned and sanded. I have not done any work on the rosettes, hinges, and other metal details at this point, but it's already looking better. Just before I was going to prime the inside, I asked Ralph to remove what was left of the original handles. There would have been a leather strap between those 2 metal clasps, but that's long gone, and now so are the clasps. Progress update. My plans changed a little bit since yesterday morning. Originally, I wanted to stain all the wood, probably like a reddishy color, some kind of stain with red undertones, and then paint everything else with a trim clad, I believe it is, rust paint, because it is hammered aluminum. So, and then all the little details are some sort of metal, probably aluminum as well. So I was just gonna paint everything black, and then the little details, the clasps and rosettes, I was just going to take some rub and buff in gold and go over it. That was my plan. Until Ralph came home and he's like, hey, why don't you use the Dremel? I had completely forgotten that I have a Dremel. It was like the first power tool I've ever used. I used to like use it for every project, even though it's like not the best tool for that, but I did. So Ralph suggested I start buffing out with a rubber wheel, and now all those little metal details are really, like the patina is so nice. You can see there's silver or whatever metal, and then they have like the little pitting, and it looks like there's a little bit of gold or copper in it, so I really like how that's turning out. So instead of painting them all black, I'm just going to be buffing them out, and they look fabulous. So that's the slight change there. It's going to be more work up front right now, but I think at the end it's going to be less work, so I don't have to tape up and like rub and buff everything and do all that. So yesterday I was like, yeah, I'm ready to like do the primer on the inside, and I even started taping, and then I just ended up loving how great the Dremel was buffing out all the rust off of the little details. So that's my change, and I think it's gonna actually make it look better. So I can't believe I forgot that I had a Dremel, but it's really come in handy. I got me a new fancy brush for priming and painting. This isn't from my usual dollar store stash. I primed with Bullseye 123 because it really does help with odors. I've used it over cigarette smoke and here with the musty odor, and it worked well in both situations. I still have polishing to do on the metal accents, but I've burned through all of my polishing bits, so I put an order in with Amazon, and that's gonna come later this week. So I did switch over, and I started working on the inside. The inside of the bottom is primed, and that looks great. I think I'm gonna paint it a nice cream color. It'll look nice, I think. But the top is what I'm gonna focus on today. It's raining, so it's not like I can do anything outside. So the top still has all the original, like the original picture that you could have ordered back when you ordered these trunks. So I want to preserve that, except it's really, like it's flaking off and doesn't look great. So, Mod Podge to the rescue. I'm going to Mod Podge it. It says like 5 coats, so that's gonna take a while. 5 coats with half-hour drying time. Yeah, that's an all-day project. So, I know what I'm doing today, modging and podging. The sides of the lid were too damaged and water stained. I didn't feel like this was worth preserving. I removed the stained paper again with just water and my paint scraper. It came off surprisingly easy. The Mod Podge is doing a great job at protecting the paper on the lid. Nothing that got wet while I was removing the paper from the sides got damaged at all. And I could painter's tape right over it again without causing any damage. I primed all 4 sides of the lid. I painted the interior a light cream. It's actually leftover paint from our ensuite, and it's like the paint store knows me. DIY customer. That made me giggle. This looks so refreshed now. I'm really happy with this result. The inside of the trunk is pretty much done, so I get to focus all my energy on transforming the outside. And I'm going to start by staining all the pieces of wood. I'm all done with the wood. It's sanded, stained, and sealed. So now I get to move on to painting. And I'm going to be using this rust paint in a matte black. And I'll show you a sneak peek of the painting, but I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. I'm gonna leave that for the reveal. Since we removed what was left of the original handles, we had to replace them with something. At the restore, I picked up these ornate, but completely from the wrong decade, even wrong century, cabinet handles. They might not be OG, but I kind of like them. Okay, are you ready for the transformation? Ta-da! This looks so different. I did paint the entire trunk with that little 1/2-inch paintbrush, twice. The finish it was giving looked too good to mess up by switching to a bigger brush. The finish is so smooth. And what about my Dremel work? These metal accents pop. The last thing we added was chains to support the lid while the trunk was open. They were great for being Dollar Tree hanging planter chains. I said this transformation was going to be extreme, and it really is. This was a transformation, not a restoration. I mean, there's some bits here from the wrong century, but I feel like that's our generation's personal touch. I'm impressed with the end result. I really like how the black paint turned out. Now, do you agree with my choice of basic black, or would you have done a color? Leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for journeying along with me on this transformation. If you think I've done justice to this trunk, give this video a thumbs up. And for more DIY content, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon with another project. Bye!
Do you remember what you still like?
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah. That is gorgeous. How did you do that? Like even the metal is restored. Oh my goodness. I love it. Thank you so much. Good. This must have taken you hours.
Yeah, it could be measured in days.
Days.
Weeks. Yeah, you'll see. It'll be posted. But yeah, like I couldn't get like the last. Well, I guess like these I got sort of working. They've all been one, but I couldn't get this to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's family history right there. Yeah.
And you can put it like. It can go in a house now. Like it's totally like.
Well, it's not going outside or in a garage, so it is going in a house.
And I tried to get because it was outside. I tried to get rid of that musty smell, and I think like we did a good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't smell musty at all.
Anything.
No, it smells fresh.
Yeah. It's the color of my bedroom. It's really